Welcome to my food forest in Ottawa, Canada. This is a small backyard food forest planted about 7 years ago. I'm just starting to get decent crops out of it. I'm going to take you on a tour through what I call my perennial or permaculture palette of all the different plants I use in this area of the world. It's a little untidy, but you'll get the point. Sheet mulching and herb planting started 7 years ago, roughly, and about 5 years ago, the larger fruit trees and smaller shrubs, nut trees went in. This is a service berry in the Saskatoon Berry family. It produces pretty prolific berries. They're not huge on flavor, but they are a nice addition to breakfast, that's for sure. Over here, we have a look at some kind of a meager harvest this year, but it's getting better. There's always nice additions to the table, though we don't produce tons of calories, not yet. As the fruit trees come into production, the nut trees, I'm hoping for more. And there's also a space for annuals. This is an Evans cherry, sour cherry, and I got my first 2 pies out of it this year. Over here, there's krosna that were planted, mint family tuber. They haven't done very well. These black raspberries kind of choke them out. They're prolific. I'll probably go for a red raspberry next time. I just prefer the flavor. This variety was kind of seedy. There's asparagus and rhubarb, which has been prolific. The rhubarb, always a good harvest. The lovage makes an excellent cream of lovage soup. Chocolate mint, excellent tea over the winter. More Jerusalem artichokes popping through, more asparagus. Could probably plant more of that. There's echinacea for pollinators. This is an empty bed. They were putting some flowers in for appearances. Clematis for pollinators. A great black elderberry for berries, for cooking and medicine, though some bugs seem to be eating it this year. Hidden behind these yellow flowers is sweet cicely. The herb pairs well with the rhubarb. And I don't know what these yellow volunteers are. Please let me know if you do. Russian tarragon, not regular tarragon, French tarragon that is, wouldn't plant it again. Hazelnut, the other one died off, and this black walnut volunteered in a spot, so I'm keeping it. Wait and see if we actually get any nuts. Probably need to put another one in. Greek oregano is prolific feverfew to critters. Black currants are prolific. I like the taste. Some people don't. Again, great for breakfast. Lots of berries every year if you keep them trimmed. Over here we've got comfrey, and it's always covered in bumblebees. Lamb's quarters of wild spinach, volunteer, yarrow for pollinators. Here we have a pea shrub for nitrogen fixation. Haven't got any pods off it yet. A comfrey patch with some daylilies popping through that make great fritters. Here from the Green Barn Nursery outside of Montreal, we have a Kazoo Asian pear. Last year we got a few off it, but this year, 2017, we got about 50 off it, which was great. They keep really well into the winter, make a nice applesauce. Here, this is an area we have more rhubarb, we have walking onions. This patch in the middle is for annuals like potatoes, garlic. There's some old garlic volunteers popping back, and the ever prolific oregano has sent roots over there. Over here we have a bit of a failed Hugo bed culture with that statue on it, standing in behind some bergamot, which is a beautiful flower, nice addition to salads. Not that many calories, but certainly nice to have around. And last but not least, we have fern down here for fiddlesticks. Okay, a few final thoughts. So am I being showered in an abundance of food from this food forest? No. But there is more and more each year, more and more calories, more and more things I want to use, and that's a far cry from the patch of grass that it started as 7 years ago. Do you definitely find there's a learning curve in how to cook with the food that is growing here, and how to deal with abundance of things that you haven't had an abundance of before. This is a low input garden. It's weeded / harvested about twice a year, and with more care it would look tidier and it'd probably yield more. Impressively, this garden is now an entity of its own, and it's starting to take over the lawn. And I guess depending upon your perspective, that could be a problem or a solution. Look forward to see what comes of this in the future, and hopefully some more cherry pie and pear pie down the way. Happy gardening from 613, And if you are interested in this, on Permies, I've posted a permaculture palette of a list of species and cultivars, in some cases, for the Ottawa area.